see delay.
Yeah.
Like this.
你有听到我声音吗？
但
我说
是也
有。
Oh, Giledo. 안녕하세요.
Recording already.
Last Sunday, when we talked about the commitment of the author, like in Tibetan, Pende Jungne, Zope Sangye Nam, Tamchu Duble Chungte, Teangni, Te Laglen She La Raglepe, Gesenam Gelation Pracha, that is the commitment of the author, Ulchu Thome. So in Tibetan tradition of whoever composes a Buddha's teaching, as I told you, in Buddhism, in Tibetan tradition, we separate the teachings. Words of Buddha is called ka, and whoever gives a commentary on it, or explanation on it, or writes something according to Dharma, who is not Buddha Shakyamuni, then it's called Tenchu. We differentiate that into two. So whoever writes a Tenchu, there is the refuge or paying homage, which Namo Lokishwaraya in Sanskrit language, and in Tibetan language, Gangi Chokun, Dong Mesikyang, Drove Tunla, Chiktu Chunzepe, Lama Chokdang, Chenre Singunla, Dr. Kusum Gupe Chaksalo. I'm talking about last time. So, Gangi Chokun, Dong Mesikyang means Gang. I don't know, now this is very difficult. I mean, because of my poor English, maybe. I don't know how to express, but Gang is a term, means anyone. Gang doesn't means any specific person, Buddha or Bodhisattva or Arhat or anyone. Gang means whosoever. Because here he's taking refuge in Avalokiteshvara, the manifestation of compassion, and his guru. So therefore, Gang means for both of them. One who understands the wisdom of a Buddha, like in Heart Sutra, it says that, as it maybe you know, that Gang la tenjing delwajung, Gakba mepa, kien mepa, cheba meching tang mepa, ongwa mepa, ndro mepa, tade denmin, denchik min, treba nyesi sidenpa, zobe sangye manamki, tambadela chaksalo. That is the like refuge to the wisdom of Buddha in Heart Sutra. So that means Gangi Chukun Rong Mesikyang, which means that
That's so echo.
Excuse me, Shanghan and the one who is translating in Korean language. Did you understand? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes, but
Okay.
we miss a little bit because yeah, involves some noise. I mean, we miss a little bit.
Which one you missed?
You mean about talking about the after the we after the attack refuge.
Yeah, taking refuge. When he's taking refuge in that sentence at the very beginning, it says kang. You know, I don't know, it makes sense in English or in other language or not, I don't know. But in Tibetan, when you say kang, that term indicates not a specific person. It means anyone who understands the ultimate nature of phenomenon existence in a Buddhist view, or Madhyamika view, or Mahayana view, Dowa, Hongwa, you know, in Heart Sutra, Kangla Tenjin Delwajung, that means that nothing exists by independently coming out of somewhere. You understand? You know, for example, table. If somebody gives you a present of, if somebody presents you a table, very beautiful table, puts on your table, it seems like it just popped out on your table, but realistically, it does not just pop out as you see. You know, it has to depend on something. That, for example, very simply saying that table has popped on your table, not by coincidence. Somebody has bought, somebody has made and brought on your table, isn't it? If you analyze it. If not, it just pops up on your table. It seems like that. So so therefore all the phenomenon existence which you can see through your sensorial organs, which whether you can see, whether you can hear, whether you can taste, or, and so forth. Everything which exists has to, it did not just pop out. It has to depend on many causes and conditions. Therefore, anything which existence has been manifested. Right? Kangi chukun do mesikyang. Doa means comes from where? Goes where? It does not disappear like that. It has to have many coincidences in order to vanish, in order to disappear as well. Kangi chukun do mesikyang. That is the. Now, if we go too much into it, it will be very long. So I hope you understand. That is the wisdom of a Buddha. Wisdom of an enlightened mind. You understand? Kangi chukun kangla tenjing delwaju gakpa mepa kie mepa cheba mepa hong mepa thade denmin denjig mi choba ni shi den ba zogo sangye banan ki tamba de la chasalo means it is all the phenomenon existence in ultimate nature. It is beyond 8 what do you call fabrications, right? 8 fabrications. as we see, and non-enlightened mind see, like my mind sees. Right? Druid, the one who the Avalokiteshvara and his guru inseparable means on that matter, matter they are inseparable. You understand? You understand? On that matter means on that stage of mind, his guru and Avalokiteshvara's Shwara's mind are equal, same. Understands equally the same. Therefore, he's saying his guru Lama Chodan Cherezik, his guru and Cherezik, he doesn't see any difference. He's not saying that he don't see Cherezik has got 4 arms and white color, and his guru have 2 arms. They are same. It's not saying that. You know, it cannot be physically. It cannot be same. Cannot be same. You know, I don't know if really Cherezik manifests like that or not. I don't know, but it, you know, in paintings and all you can see, like the Chenso Konyin, for example, 1,000 arms, and his guru has 2 arms. How can be same? But in the matter of understanding, matter of the realization, they are one, equal in his point of view. The author's point of view, on the point of view of the author of 37 practice of Bodhisattva, who is Ngulchu Thomet, in his point of view, he sees no difference. You understand? So that is the wisdom. But although both his guru and our Avalokiteshvara, it's totally enlightened, but with great compassion towards like us, like me, who don't see the reality and totally follow like a feather you throw in a space. The east wind will blow to the west and then flows to the west, and the western wind might blow to the north and it flows to the north. There's no destiny, because there's no destiny, because there's no understanding of it, where to go. So we are, no, I can't say we are, but I am, like person like me, those who are like that. So his guru and our Avalokiteshvara both has the great compassion towards the being like that. And although he's themselves, they are totally enlightened, but they day and night, every moment, their job is to help the beings. There is a vast compassion of both of our Avalokiteshvara and his guru, in his point of view. Therefore, he bows to our Avalokiteshvara, the great compassion, and his guru's mind, compassion. You understand? Maybe last time, maybe it was a little bit too short. Where's this one? Which? Yeah. Would you like to say that? Yeah.
对啊，那是他是在调整。你看，目前还没有，因为我没有调那个，我还没切，因为我不太知道怎么弄。人家前久说要下载论，你们不切，看能不能讲。可是他讲英文，他后面他们会翻译啊，翻译中文，他们会翻译中文，等他翻译。现在就是用论语上课。对。啊，我这样。会啦。我前面慢慢调整，能不切已经慢慢调整，慢慢调整。
文杰师兄，麻烦你关一下那个声音。
So, did you understand, everyone? You understand, right?
Yes, Rinpoche.
Then the vow commitment. Pende jungne zope sangirnam tamche tuble chungte te angni te lalin she la ragle gese namge lalin she pracha. So in at the same time, when a author composes a teaching or anything according to the law or the tradition of Tibetan authors, is that it must have the purpose, general purpose, and the main purpose, and main purpose, and then the jaja. Jaja means the meaning of the word, and the word. There's four. I don't know how to say. It is very important to have this. So here, Pendi Jugne Zope Sangyenam Tamche Duble Chungte Teangni. So therefore, Pendi Jugne, all the happinesses and joy, the source of happiness and joy is enlightenment. That also depends. I mean, the enlightenment, it does not just pops out, isn't it? So it has to have causes and conditions. So therefore, what he's going to talk about, because the importance of enlightenment, so what he's going to talk is the Dharma. The Dharma. Over here, the 37 practice of Bodhisattva. why he is composing this is the importance is the importance to talk about is to how to say to explain this to us. That is the purpose, right? But main purpose is what? But if you talk about 37 practices of Bodhisattva, then what happens? Then pende june zopa sangenam tamche double chungte teangni te laglen shela raglepe tamche double chungte teangni have to understand that, and that has to be implemented. In order to implement, one has to know. So the future beings like us, we are the main target. The purpose of his teaching, composing this 37 of practice of Bodhisattva, is to help us understand, and if we understand, so that we will implement that, and then we will progress, we will transform ourselves better to better. That is the ultimate purpose. You understand? And of course, that purpose has to depend on the meaning of the 37 practices of Bodhisattva. And the 37 practices of Bodhisattva, in order to understand, it has to depend on the words of 37 practices of Bodhisattva. So therefore, everything is linked one into another. You see? So the teaching, any teaching, if one composes, has to be in that way. I don't know how well I'm able to explain you, but it is like that. Do you understand, Shanghan? Yeah, Gilidawa? Yeah, the Korean translator, did you understand? Okay, so that's I wanted to just add to you.
向涵，有听到我说话吗？你等一下不要用即时翻，因为仁波切他会依照给列达瓦在旁边翻的时间，所以会非常长。所以你就是原因还是让仁波切先讲完英文，你再翻，因为有的人可能要听英文，好不好？因为给列达瓦翻译时间非常长，所以我们也是要等待蛮久的哈。OK，好，麻烦了，谢谢。
Does that make any sense to you? Yes. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes, Rinpoche.
Yes. Yes.
But
Uh,
we still have some questions.
okay, that question you can ask later on. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Or you can ask, but one second. So, so then the containment in this little book is preliminary, and the preliminary practices, which tells you, which we already talked briefly about the precious human rebirth, and then how to the importance to get away from the place where you get how to say discriminations, like attachment towards your loving ones, and then hate towards to enemies, that kind of a place, and then telling the importance of the solitude, or to be in solitude, and telling about the impermanence. These four, we already talked about it. Yeah, you see. In this preliminary practices, there are seven subjects, which is telling us the importance to contemplate on precious human rebirth, and then try to understand the negative place where for a practitioner, like we call it payul. Payul means your native land, like my father's village or my father's land, where we have so many relatives and friends and this and that, which drags us to attachment. And then from towards them, whoever is against to them, it becomes our enemy, and which transforms anger, hatred towards it. So therefore, to get away from that kind of a place, and then the importance to be in solitude, and then telling the impermanence, and then to avoid negative companies, and always try to accompany the right companies, and then how to say, taking refuge to 3 jewels. These 7 are the preliminary practices which he's going to talk. And then the main one is going to talk about the 3 yanas. The how to say, lamrim, the path to 3 yanas. Yeah. You Shanghan, you understand, right? Okay, then very good. Okay, then you can ask any question. You said you have some question.
Yes, Rinpoche, this is Frank. I would like to ask the first sentence, which last Sunday you explained. The first sentence about those seeing that all phenomena neither come nor go.
Mm-hmm.
So
In the refuge, in the refuge, yes.
yeah, in the refuge, yes. So this is a mention about the emptiness, right? This is mention about the relative, absolutely truth, right?
Yes. It's not talking only about absolute truth, but it is praising about the wisdom of the Avalokiteshvara Kuan Yin and his guru.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
He's not bowing down to table. He's not bowing down to car or house or anything. That is also absolute truth. But he's bowing down to the wisdom and the compassion of our Lokiteshvara and his guru.
Yeah. Okay. But here for the I don't know if it's the right translation for the Chinese meaning is that this sentence at the beginning it's like in the Heart Sutra that means when he realized that
Yes.
the old phenomena neither come nor go. So
Yes.
that means when he's in the meditation, when he is in the realize the natural mind,
No.
that is natural mind is same.
No. Once you are enlightened, there is no meditation and post-meditation. Every moment is meditation.
Yeah.
If there is a meditation, post-meditation, then maybe it's similar to us. Or maybe,
I see.
yeah. So when you are enlightened being, there is no meditation, such called meditation. There is no such called post-meditation. Every moment is same.
Yeah. Understand.
Like our mind, Our mind is, every moment is sentient being's mind. There is no moment of enlightened mind. For me, at least. I don't know about you guys like that. But for Buddha, it's the same. There is no sentient being's concept in their mind. It's always in the realization mind. Realized, totally transformed. Right? So therefore, it is refugable. Therefore, it's bowable. That's why Ngulchu Thongme prostrate.
But when Uchi Tume, this writer, write this book, this 37 practice, at that moment he's same with his guru, right? His realization is the same when he wrote this book, this 37 practice. When at that moment his realization is the same with his guru, right? The same level.
That I don't know.
Right?
That I don't know. From my opinion, he's same. But what when he talks about, it indicates not same.
What do you mean? What is the meaning?
From my point of view, the writer, the author, and his guru and Avalokiteshvara are the same. From my point of view. But from his point of view, when he looks at Avalokiteshvara and his guru, it doesn't seem he's saying that you and I are same.
Oh yeah. But that is his quality. That the great master never show this their ability, right? That is the sign of his quality, right?
Well, this I cannot say. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he's not telling the truth. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Translate. Yeah. What he asked was. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
At the beginning, Sey Rinpoche, you said that the nature of reality is beyond the 8 fabrications. At the beginning, when you said the nature of reality is beyond the 8 fabrications, can you please say what are the 8 fabrications?
And that's it also says in the Heart Sutra.
Okay.
Yeah, that we can tell you afterwards. Yeah. So from there, now going on the subject, which I was just reviving that. I have been reviving that, but now we have from those seven teachings, the precious human rebirth, and how to say, renouncing how to say, Payul. Payul means in Tibetan language means your father's nation. So so it doesn't necessarily has to be father's nation, in my opinion, that anywhere you get a lot of influence of hate and attachment, that kind of a place. And then being in solitude, and then the impermanence we have talked about last Sunday, didn't we? Right? So now is the fifth. 강기 최근 강당 쪽나 독숨 폐규싱 퇴삼 곰베 자와 냠규라 잠당 닝제 매퍼 규르제페 종엔 봉하게셀라레린. That indicates the importance to avoid negative accompanies. Negative accompanies. So when you say a negative accompany, in many teachings, it indicates that a negative company doesn't mean that a negative company will appear with fang and with horn and with claw and like a Mahakala or like a demon, like that. It will not. It doesn't have necessarily has to appear in that manner. So negative, whoever helps, or due to accompanying whoever makes your mental emotions such as anger, hatred, jealous, that kind of pride, ego, and that kind of emotion. If someone, by accompanying someone, if it makes that increase, then definitely it will make our positive emotions So is called positive emotions, so to speak: compassion, love, forgiveness, equanimity, and simplicity, and being down to earth. Those kind of positive emotions which transforms ourselves from a sentient being to arhat or bodhisattva's level. Those are the factors. So whoever decrease that and increase the cause of samsara, such as anger, hatred, which I mentioned already, that kind of a being, no matter who, it can be form of your son, it can be form of your father, it can be form in your mother, it can be form of your husband, it can be form of your wife, it can be form of your loving one, most loving friend, can be. Therefore, we and which also decreases, takes your time, take you away from listening to Dharma. One who takes you take you away from your time of contemplating on Dharma, or analyzing on Dharma, or thinking of Dharma, or one who takes you away, drags you away from the practice of Dharma, such as meditation, such a practice of whatever you are doing. Let's say in our Shakya students here, maybe the Ngondro. Oh, why you are doing Ngondro? It's useless. Why do you have to bow 100 times a day? It's just giving you a hard time. It's no meaning. Instead of that, you meditate. Okay, meditate is good, but why they are dragging you away from prostrating? Is the meaning is that you are doing the hardship. The hardship is no use. If so, then why do we need to have effort? We have physical, we have physics, we have body, speech, and mind. We have negative accumulations by body. We have negative accumulations by speech. Of course, we have negative accumulations by mind. So therefore, in order to purify those negative consequences, we have to accumulate positive accumulations physically, positive accumulations by verbally, of course, positive accumulations by mind. Right? Yeah. So therefore, those who ever saw in any form, maybe form of Lama also can appear, who knows? So anyone, those who takes you away, takes away those kind of positive, how to say, efforts which you are doing away, then that is called negative accompany. Negative accompany. As it says in the teachings that negative accompany does not mean it will come with fang and claw and horn and gun and sword coming to you. It may appear in a very beautiful way, very attractive way. You will be fascinated by them, and you get away from your practice of Dharma. So we have to have a great capacity, or we should build up a great capacity to figure out, for example, between compassion and attachment. Sometimes compassionate person are not very kind. Sometimes uncompassionate person are very kind. So therefore we need to have a wisdom or intelligence to differentiate that, and especially which makes decrease your love and compassion and karuna. We call in Sanskrit, we call karuna. I don't know how to say in English, but karuna means karuna is a result of compassion, which can exchange your joy to others, and which you can take others' pain on you happily. That is the level of Bodhisattva's mind. So so therefore, get rid of that kind of company is the fifth practice of Bodhisattva. Once again. So, if the negative company comes with a fang, comes with a claw, comes with a horn, then it's very difficult, very easy to get rid of it. It's very, very easy to get rid of it. But it does not come in that way. It comes in a very, very beautiful, very attractive, very wonderful way. So therefore, we need to have sharp, how to say, mind to discriminate or to understand the difference and stay away. You don't have to kill them. You don't have to shoot them. You don't have to beat them. But intelligence way is that you yourself keep distance from them. That is intelligence way, and that is the one of the Bodhisattva's way of life. Okay, then what kind of a company we means those who are seeking for enlightenment or seeking who are stepping the footprint of Buddhas. For those people, then what kind of a company we should avoid, which we have just talked. Now the 6th chapter talking about what kind of a company we should try to find or try to accompany. You see here also, I told you at the beginning during the prostration's time or refugees time of that, Gang means it doesn't talk about any specific person. Here also, Kangdang Dogna, to whomever you accompany. It doesn't mean anyone, any this and that, anyone. So it includes anyone means it can be a monk, it can be a nun, it can be a lay person, it can be your relative, it can be your friend. Anyone can be negative accompany. And then Kangshik then here, the positive accompany also, Kangshik means whosoever. Kangshik then nyepa sekursing, yunten yangu datar pelgurwe, shenyen tamba, rangi luwe kyang, shepal jimba gyase lalenim. Whoever so, if we accompany whoever which can decrease negative emotions, which we already talked about, anger, hatred, jealousy, pride, ego, and laziness. And laziness is ignorant. You know, laziness is a very, very negative thing. Very, very negative thing. The laziness drags you to a pleasure of sensorial levels of pleasure. Laziness drags. Why you are doing Om Bodhisattva Samaya, for example? Why you are doing prostration? Let's go to a pub, or let's go to have a lunch, have a dinner, have a chit chat. We go, you know. So that laziness, then okay, that's very nice. Of course, it's very nice. It's very nice to have a good food. It's very nice to talk about the whole world, this happening, that happening, this and that, and you just pass the time. Of course, it's enjoyable, you know, yeah. But it drags you from the path which you're supposed to follow, and which you are seeking for it. It drags you from there in a very nice way, not with stick, not with gun, but in a very nice way. You know, maybe with what? Coffee, maybe with beer, maybe with hot pot, Korean hot pot, or you know, with this kind of delicious food. It's very nice to eat. Of course, it's much more better, much better feeling than prostrating, doing prostration like this, and go to a beautiful restaurant and have a hot pot. Of course, having hot pot is much nicer, you know. So that is very tricky way. That is very tricky way, because we don't have the capacity to distinguish that. Therefore, it says, one to with whom if you accompany, all those negative attachments may decrease. Love, compassion, forgiveness, equanimity, and simplicity, and egoless. Whoever that makes that, which increases those kind of negative emotions, like I don't know, Yarmudawa. We call Yarmudawa means from the moon, you know, first there's no moon, then small moon appears, then slowly moon increases the size of moon. On the full moon, it becomes full round moon, right? So in that way, at the moment, we may have, but we don't realize that. And slowly, by the influence of that kind of a company, which will increase our positive emotions like a moon. If you see that, that kind of a company is Gewe Shenyan. Shenyan means teacher. It's like a teacher. It's like a Nyen means it's like a relative. It's like a father. It's like a mother. Shenyan Tamba, profound. We should how to say, respect, and we should care more than yourself. More than yourself, because yourself do not have those kind of quality. So due to those kind of a company, when that increases in yourself, when it develops, it makes it develop in yourself. So whosoever, it can be your father, it can be your mother, it can be your children, it can be your wife, it can be your friend, it can be your guru, it can be monk, it can be nun, it can be anyone. It can be Chinese, it can be American, it can be Taiwanese, it can be Vietnamese, whoever. So if that kind of a help or a influences you, then one should take care more than yourself, and always be with them. Being with this kind of a company is the sixth Bodhisattva's way of life, because it will make you better. You see, so as I told you, compassionate person also doesn't need to come with a smile and massage on your head and massage on your shoulder and speak very nice to you. Like Milarepa's teacher, Marpa, was very, very compassionate to Milarepa. That's why he beat him. That's why he made him work so hard and build useless 4 houses, and the 9-story building which still exists in Tibet was built by Milarepa, giving hardship. You know, break his ego down, purify his negative emotions. He wasn't so kind. He didn't look very kind, but he was the kindest person. You see, his mother was supposed to be the kindest, but his mother made him kill 37 persons. It's not because she's bad, but because she don't have the wisdom. Right? And then Tilopa, for example, in our Kajupalini, Tilopa was most compassionate person to Naropa, but for 12 years, he did not even teach single word of Dharma and gave him all this hardship. Right? So, person like me, very ignorant person like me, I cannot see who is compassionate to me and who is not compassionate to me. If someone treats me, if my guru treats me like that, maybe I run away. If somebody comes and says, "Come, let's go to a pub, have a beer, have a feast, have a chit chat, and enjoy yourself, go for a sightseeing," I will follow that. I will say, "Oh, this person is so kind to me." And I will say to my guru, if my guru treats me like a Tilopa or a Marpa, I will say, "Oh, this is a very, very unkind person to me, giving me all this hardship." Won't be. I will feel like that. I don't know about you. So therefore, we need to have great intelligence to figure out what does compassion mean, how to give compassion, sometimes I tell my, not because I'm so intelligent and so wise, but through my own experience, I tell some of my students that don't spoil your children. Don't spoil your children by giving branded clothes, giving branded watches, and listen whatever they say. Oh, mommy, I want this. Okay, you have this. Oh, mommy, I want that. Okay, you have that. That's how you spoil your child. It's kind, of course, it's kind, but it spoils your children's life. Instead, give food, give clothes, and give education. If your child asks you to saying that, oh, mommy, could you please give me ice cream? Maybe you can say no. Right? If you give ice cream, maybe it's bad for you. Maybe it rottens your teeth. So you say no. At the moment, it's unkind, but in the long-lasting time, it is good. It is very compassionate wisdom. So therefore, I'm not saying you are all stupid as I'm saying, but some of my friends I used to, give my opinion in that way. So in a similar way, Dharma is also like that. If you want to achieve something, you have to give something. You have to sacrifice something. Of course, it will be very good. Nothing to give, nothing to sacrifice. Lay on the bed, and next morning you get enlightened. It will be wonderful. But unfortunately, it's not like that. Therefore, here, Ngutsu Thongme indicates the importance to get rid of negative companies, and he introduces us the right companies with whom we should accompany. The title of this book is called in Tibetan, it's called Gyalse Laglen Sudimma. And when it's translated into English, what it says in Vietnamese? The title of this.
Of the text?
Huh?
The 37 practices of Bodhisattva.
It says 37 practices of Bodhisattva, but in Tibetan language, if you translate directly, it means the behavior of Buddha's son. How to behave to become a son of Buddha. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, Rinpoche, the Chinese translation is the same meaning of the Tibetan.
So if you say 37 practice of Bodhisattva means it's not our practice, it's about this Bodhisattva's practice. You know, we can see the distance. Bodhisattva is somewhere up there and we are somewhere here. So it's not nothing to do with us. It is their practice, right? If you say behavior, 37 behavior of Buddha's son, and those whoever want to become son of Buddha should follow like this. So I can be, you can be. I feel like this, I don't know. If you say Bodhisattva's practice means Bodhisattva is, I'm certainly not Bodhisattva. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not certainly Bodhisattva. So it is nothing to do with me. It's Bodhisattva, their practice, not my practice. I feel like this. So it's the behavior, 37 behavior or 37 advices of to be a Buddha's son, then I can be. I want to be. You know, I feel like that. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this teaching is not for bodhisattvas. This teaching is for us, for you, for me, for every one of us, not for bodhisattvas. That's my feeling. I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel like that? You know, if you say bodhisattva's way of life, we listen, and I feel then that is only to listen, not for me to do. You know, it is something, a knowledge to learn, but not to do, not to follow. But when you say that this is for ourselves, for us, then that is for us to take the step. Yeah. Concerning to this, if I tell you a short story of myself, when I was in Bhutan, when I was a young boy, I was around 16, 17, 18, 19, I was in Bhutan. So when I was with my guru, Sonam Zangpo, so we were learning the 6 yogas exercise. 6 yogas exercise, it's very uncommon kind of exercise, whatever you think of. So we have to jump, we have a jumping exercise. We used to jump a lot, so much jump. We jump about 1,000 times a day. We jump, and we, I mean, we was totally exhausted. I was 17 years teenage boy, but I had my Dharma friend, my Dharma brother, who was around 50 at that time, I think. So he was totally exhausted. But Rinpoche will never say, you take a day off. He said, okay, today you do, tomorrow. Then today we didn't finish. He will talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow at this time you do this, you do that, and you do this. And then before finish that, he will talk about the next days. Do this and do that. So it was, you know, oh my God, it was like a great suffering, really, very, very great suffering. And you know, there was no, you cannot go to any massage salon and do massage. You can't go to any therapist. You make therapy. There's no hot spring or spa. You go and you know, put yourself in that hot water. Nothing was like that, really, honestly. And then we were, especially I was a little boy, like youngest, so I was, you know, having a, what do you call, walking stick. I used to have a walking stick to walk, although I was a teenager. So my guru's wife, like our mother, Anitoji Dorma, she was so compassionate. She was so kind. She said she told her husband, I mean to Sonam Zangpo, that why you are giving such a punishment to them? What wrong did they do? Let them rest for some time. Otherwise they will die. This Tulku, they call me Tulku. This young Tulku will die. Look, he is time of running, you know, to run and jump. And instead of running, he's using like an old man, having a walking stick. You please let him free. Let them have, you know, how to say, what, a day or 3 or 4 days off. Let them rest. And Sonam Zangpo will scold her and says, this is my job. It's not your job. You just do your job. If you have something to give them to eat or drink, you give. What they should do, what they should not do is my job, not your job. You just shut up. He will say like that, you know. And there's no day to take off. So do like this. So therefore, at that time, I really love my guru's wife very much. I love her. And internally, well, I have devotion to my guru, but internally, I also hate him. You know, I also hate him. I used to think that if I take off 5 days a month, what's wrong is going to happen? You know, what, how to say, what wrong it will be. But he don't let us rest. Why is like that? You know, I used to think like that. But sometimes then my guru's wife, our guru's wife, sometimes she get, sometimes she gets, how to say, she's able to influence our guru, and then he will say, okay, then today is 25th or 10th or 15th or something like that. It's a holiday, so now today you don't jump. Oh, it used to be so pleasure, you know. It used to be so wonderful day, really, and it finishes so fast. That day goes so fast. But anyway, like that, you know. But you see, because of that, every month there is 3 days, 10th, 25th, and 15th. So 3 days we waste. Actually, we waste. Now, if I think, I waste. Because believe it or not, it says that if you do if we are able to do one jump, like cross leg jump, is equal to 1 million recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum. Believe it or not, it says like that. You know, so so we waste 3,000, not 3,000. Oh, I don't know how many, 1,000 time of
12,000.
Huh?
Like 12,000.
12 million.
12 million.
Yeah, 12 million Om Mani Padme Hum we missed. She's very kind, of course, but we took off 3 days, so 3,000 jumps are gone. So equal to 1 million is how many? 3,000 million or something. Mani Padme Hum is we missed, isn't it? So if you think from a different angle, I will not say she is bad, but she was very kind. But kindness, wisdom of our Guru was much more greater, isn't it? Yeah. So like this, as it says here, accompanying the right accompany is important, and to distinguish who is and who is not, we have to have that capacity. Yeah. So therefore, of course, every part of this teaching is very important, but these two chapters, not chapter, what do you call it?
Stanza.
Huh?
Stanza.
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 These two stanzas are very, very important and relevant for us, for everyday's life. what kind of a friend we should have, and what kind of a friend we should avoid. It is very important. We are in Buddhist, in Buddhist teachings, there are many words saying that we are grown up children. Physically we are grown up, but mentally we are like a child. So it's very easy to get influenced by negative, especially. Positive maybe a little bit difficult, but negative very easily we will be influenced. So this is very relevant for us, I think. They are saying that they are saying that, if there is a forest or jungle of sandalwood, then even if you put a piece of a wood, if you let a piece of a wood in that jungle, although it is not a sandalwood, but the frequency of sandalwood will be, how to say, the frequency of sandalwood that ordinary wood will also have. Now the seven now the seventh chapter, stanza, the seventh stanza, which indicates the importance of the three jewels as a refuge object for the follower of those who want to follow Buddha Dharma, or those who want to seeking for liberation, enlightenment, in the view of Buddhism. Then refuge means to ask, asking for a help, asking for a help. Let's say we have been trying to swim out of a lake or lake. Let's say we have been trying to get out of a lake for ages, but we fail. We cannot. We are tired. We are almost getting drowned into that lake. Then what we do? We ask for someone else who is better than us, who have the capacity, who have the experience, who have the knowledge how to get rid of that lake, right? So therefore, we need to ask. We have to take a refuge to a person or to a being who can help us to get rid of that, get out of that ocean, isn't it? That lake, isn't it? But instead, if you take refuge to a person who is equally caught in the lake and trying to swim, how can that help us to get out of that lake? Because him or herself is also caught in this lake, isn't it? So therefore, we have to find who are already out of the lake, who have been to the other shore already. Then that person, if we take refuge or ask for a help, can help us, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it like that? So now here, Rangyang Korwe Chingbai, Jiten Hai Sushi Kabani, Techir Kang like Kabna Miluwe, Kuncho Kambragasalanin. So those who are seeking for enlightenment, those who are seeking to get out of the ocean of samsara, the cyclic existence, Lunwei, right? Cyclic existence. Then, of course, for certain purposes, you can take refuge in worldly God, such as Shiva, such as Vishnu, such as Allah, such as, I don't know, God. Some take a refuge to tree, mountain, and sun, and so you salute and you pray, and there are many religions, or how to say, beliefs like that. That is also fine. But if you want to get, if your purpose is you're taking the refuge for the purpose of getting totally enlightened, then that is wrong refuge object. Because those worldly gods themselves are also in the three realms. Maybe they are in heaven. Maybe they are in some sort of God realm or something like that. But still, they are in the six realms, in the samsara, in the point of view of Buddha Dharma. So therefore, those beings are also trapped with the three different sufferings. Cause of the the cause of the ignorant, the cause of the samsara. The cause, the suffering of change. We don't know. It's very difficult to realize. No matter who we are, we all have that suffering because we have the ignorant. So they are also a victim of those these sufferings. So therefore, those worldly gods cannot liberate us to our destiny. For temporary, yes, they could, but total enlightenment cannot. Therefore, how can they benefit us, or how can they help us to get rid of the cause of samsara? Because their lack of their own, their lack of wisdom, how to get rid of. Therefore, as a follower of Buddha Dharma, or as a seeker of enlightenment or total enlightened, then which will never lure, which will never cheat, or never lead to wrong destiny. Kuncho, the very profound refuge object, 3 jewels. To take refuge in 3 jewels are the one of the behavior or one of the practice of son of the Buddhas. Right? It's not, again, over here, I know you all know, but I would just like to mention, it's not trying to convert you to Buddhism. It's not saying that you should give up your belief and you follow our belief. It is giving you the choice. He's giving you the choice. He's just explaining this is this and this is this. So which one you want to do is our choice. There's no force. You understand? This food is very good. It is very, very tasty, but not much benefit for your health. And this food is not very tasty, but it is very good for your health. So choice is yours. So now, after that, the 8th chapter, now it shows the 3 levels. The, how to say, 3 yanas. No. I don't know. Three levels of the practitioners. 3 levels of the practitioner. The first one, Shindu Soke Ngensung Dungalnam Digbele Gidrebur Tubesum. Echir Sogla Papyang Digbele Namia Mija Gaselalanin. So all these 6 realms, all these 6 realms, suffering of 6 realms.
Could not hear clearly.
Huh?
It sounds very poor in Buchila.
Sound is okay? Hello? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
we can.
Okay.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. So Shindu Soke Ngensung Dungalnam Digbele Gindrebur Tubesum. The Chisola Babyan Digbele Namia Mija Gaselalanin. Shindu Soke means unbearable suffering. Unbearable of suffering. What are they? We are not experiencing that because we are on the 3 higher realms, human realm. So therefore, we do have suffering of Gyurve Dungal, suffering of change. Dujegi Dungal. We have the ignorance, so we are experiencing this suffering and accumulating the cause of next suffering. We all have equally the suffering, no matter who we are, because we have the ignorance. But we don't realize those deep, great suffering, because we are in the higher 3 higher realms, like God realm, semi-God realm, and human realm. So the lower 3 realms, like hell realm, hungry ghost realm, animal realm, those are Shindu Soking and Dungalam. It's, if you think of it, it's unbearable. It's unbearable. You think of a chicken. No need to think about hell realm. You just think about a life of a chicken in the cage. Soon as they come out of the egg, they are kept in cage. Feeding them not what they want to eat, but feeding them, having the food, whatever the owner gives. The owner gives food, for example, nowadays, owner gives food not for the health of the whole health of the chicken, but in order to get more meat out of the chicken. They don't care how soon they die or what kind of disease they will have. They don't care. Just make them fat, isn't it? Soon as you are born. And then no freedom. No freedom. Always in the cage. Always in the cage. You like or not, there's no right to speak about your freedom. If someone does like that to a human being, what will happen? Tell me. There's a human right. There's a human right organization will come. The police will come. I don't know who will come, but poor animal, that chicken, who take care? Even the biggest officer of the human right society comes around, will say, "Oh, this is good to eat, isn't it?" No right. And then slaughter, kill. Will not ask you, are you having pain? Are you okay or not? No question. Just chop the neck. So you just think of if that happens to you, you replace yourself mentally, yourself in the cage of a chicken, and think you are a chicken what kind of a feeling or what kind of a suffering will that chicken is going through? Just a chicken. There are so many like that on this earth, like a street dog, right? Like a street dog, no place to stay. But even if they come and sit on your courtyard, you will throw stone at it and kick you out from that place. No right. Although they have to have the same right, because they are the equal being on this earth, isn't it? So if you think in it that way, those kind of suffering, then animal realm suffering, then hell realm suffering. Like in hell realm, there's a pain of birth, there's a pain of freezing, and there are all sorts of sufferings. Now we don't need to go too much into it, then that will become very long. So there's 18 different levels of suffering in the hell realm. And Nagarjuna has said that Dina Ninchik Dungtung Sungyai Rabto Traktak Dungal Kang Lakpa Teningelwe Dungal Chungoya Oriam Mipechariam Mipedo. Believe it or not, Nagarjuna has said that on this body, if someone strikes with a spear, 300 spear at once on your body, how much of pain do you think you will have? But he says that pain cannot compare with the smallest pain of a hell realm's pain. You understand? Then hungry ghost ram, always the suffering of hunger by the factor of karma. Unbearable if it is true. By cause of karma, some of their mouth is small as a hole of a needle, and the throat as thin as a hair, and a stomach big as a mountain. And if they are not able to find a piece of a food, but even if they find, they cannot swallow through you, go through your mouth. Even if you go through the mouth, it cannot go through your throat. By chance, even it gets in your stomach. Stomach is like a mountain, so it disappears where it goes. So in that, and also because of karma, cannot find any food or water. Sometimes, like our spit, or our what do you call this?
Snot.
Huh?
From your nose? Snot. Snot.
Not.
Snot. SNOT.
Snot. Snot are thrown ones. Also cannot achieve thousands and millions jumps onto it and cannot find due to karmic conditions. Believe it or not, it's something else, but it says like that. So that is not that happened by chance, because of the cause of negative karmic consequences, physically, mentally, and verbally, and negative karmic accumulations due to those kind of accumulation of consequences which we have accumulated. Due to that, all this fruit or result appears, manifests. That's what Buddha says. That's what Buddha says. So therefore, if you do not want that kind of a suffering, of three lower realm, unbearable sufferings, then the cause of those, which are the negative karmic actions by body, by speech, by mind should avoid. Totally avoid. Never do that. Even a smallest kind of negative karma, like for example, if you see a what do you call? If you see a mosquito, oh, it's okay, just kill it. You know, nobody will say nothing. As I told you, there's no value of their life. Just kill it. But that consequence will come to you. At this time, at this moment, we are more powerful. We have more influential on this earth. But the law of karma is equal to everyone. Whether you kill a king or whether you kill a beggar, it's the same karmic consequence. You kill a mosquito, also you have to have the consequence. So therefore, these kind of smallest kind of a negative consequences, try not to do. Try not to, how to say, try not to, I don't know the word in English, how to say.
Do them.
Try not to do, and there's another word.
Perform.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, avoid. Try to avoid smallest negative negative consequences, either by speech, either by mind, either by body. That's why we call it 3 gateways, 3 doors to liberation, or three doors to samsara. The door, the gate is body, or your body, or your speech, or your mind. To enlightenment also, that is the 3 gate, and to samsara also, this is the 3 gate. So therefore, in order to avoid those kind of unbearable sufferings, if you want to avoid, then you have to avoid those kind of consequences. Is a behavior or way of Buddha's son's behavior. lama ken di kare di karsa kibusum la karla gare kibusum ki lam giri ba kibu chung kibu drink kibu chembo. How to say in Vietnamese?
By English,
Huh?
sorry, Rinpoche, I understand, but I could not find the correct word by English. I understand
No,
the meaning by Vietnamese.
In Vietnamese.
Kibu chung tức là cái dạng người mà nhỏ, tức là có chia ra 3 loại chúng sinh, cái loại nhỏ, loại vừa và loại lớn theo những cái mong muốn của họ. Ví dụ kibu chung thì là họ chỉ mong muốn cho được cái hạnh phúc cá nhân, tức là cái dạng người tiểu này. Còn người giữa thì là mong muốn được sinh lên cõi cao hơn, còn người cao nhất là nghĩ về chúng sinh.
Shanghan, you know that, right? Three levels of the followers. What do you call? Shanghan?
Yes.
The small, the middle, the how to say, the Bodhisattva, or how to say, the higher one. What do you call in English? You know? Huh?
Scope.
Scope.
Scope. Scope.
How do you call? Anila di Korea ke la kebu chungu kebu ding kebu chembo hago gitu. Anila.
라서 되게 코리아 기께라 소근기 중근기 하근기 중근기 상근기 딘들락기 둘락.
Oh, laso. Oh, laso. 단다 di kebu chungu기 res.
지금은 하근기에 관해서 얘기하고 있는 겁니다.
Why we call it kebu chungu? kebu chungu를 가르쳐 하공기.
하람나 마오발 low level. 하 means low level. then 근기람나라 capacity and capacity로.
건들라 그래 코리아라 kebu chungu.
하근기.
하근기. Yeah, ha is chung. Lower level. Not because how tall you are. How tall you are. Kebu chungu doesn't mean how you rich. You are rich and you are poor. Is not because of that. You are powerful. You are not powerful. Not because of that. But mental condition. Don't know the suffering of those who do not know the suffering of, for example, God realm, heaven. It's full of happiness. You think of something, just comes over. You think of water will come. You think of food will come. You think of cloth will come. So and so forth. So I want to have that. Or human being have very compared to animal realm or hell realm, we have much more pleasure. But among us, Vietnamese, Chinese, Tibetans, they want to go to Mexico, want to go to America. Well, America is very, very, very good. Why? Because very advanced, technological is very good. All those things are very good. So I will like to go to America. So work so hard, try to get visa, try to get green card, try to get citizenship of America. No problem is the Trump. So anyway, very, 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 very difficult. That is called very narrow-minded. So many of us, like person like me, I don't see the suffering of God realm and semi-God realm and human realm, but I just see the pleasure. So therefore, I want to have that. I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to become animal. I don't want to become a chicken. I don't want to become a dog. I don't want to become a hungry ghost, right? So they seek for that one. So therefore, they are saying that if you don't want that, if you don't want to go to get rebirth in three lower realm, then the author advises, or Buddha teaches, you should avoid the cause of it, which we have talked about. You understand? So that is called the small vehicle people, small small-minded people or narrow-minded people, short-sighted-minded people, for them it's advice to avoid. If you don't want to go to the lower arms, then you should avoid the cause of it. You understand?
好，这边谈到的是
Okay, so maybe that much is enough for today. It seems everyone's face is maybe falling into sleep. Maybe that much is enough for today. Next Sunday, that we'll do again. Yeah.
Can I hear?
If you have any question.
No question so far.
Oh, no question. Very good. Okay.
Actually, has question.
Then how many of you memorized the heart text, heart word? This the last Sunday I told you it is good to memorize. You know, didn't I?
Yes.
How many?
Yeah.
How many of you memorized? Could you please raise your hand?
But not 100%. Huh? So well, miss some words.
Hai thuộc hạ thì giơ tay 4 cái phẩm trước ấy.
Okay, only 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Maggie, very good. Okay, 6, right? It's good to memorize, really. It is very good to memorize. It doesn't take long. Just memorize. There's only four what?
Stanza.
4 stanzas.
4 stanza.
Yeah, for only 4 stanza in 1 week. It's very easy. You know, in your own language. I don't mean in Tibetan. Vietnamese memorize in Vietnamese language. Korean memorize in Korean language. Chinese memorize in Chinese language. So whatever we have talked about, or we have discussed about. If you have memorized that text, the hard text, then you can recite every morning. You know, like Namo Lokeshwara. I have memorized. So like Namo Lokeshwara ya Kangi Chukun Rong Mesikyam Droeton La Chik Dutsun Zepe Lama Chotna Chire Singun Nata to Kusum Gube Chasalo. That is the prostration. Pende June Zobe Sangenam, Tamchu Duble Jungde Teamni, Te Lalin Shela Ralepe, Yasen Lalin Shepercha. That is the commitment of author. Then Talju to Chenye Gatom Didil, Dashin Kovet Sole Dolce, Nindan Sendo Yellow Mebani, Yensim Gomba Yasel Lalin Indian. That is the contemplating on the precious human rebirth. Means to renounce such place. In Tibetan, we call the birthplace of our father, but doesn't necessarily has to have this. In Tibetan, we call Payul. It makes sense. But in English, if you say, give up your father's land for what? You know, all those consequences happens. Therefore, and then after that, Yulngan Pangwe Yunung Ringitip, Naming Mebe Gezurangipil, Ripatang Becholang Yesheki, Wembatemba Geselalenin. It tells the importance and goodnesses about solitude, hermitage, hermit. Become a hermit. Become a hermit means don't lock yourself in one room. It means get rid of those kind of consequences. You know. Yungan Pangbe Yurin drop and Zashe Sosotan, Bebe Dube, Northeshul Dulu, Lukin Drunkang, Nambache, Drumbebur, Sendelutan Castellani. Don't be attached to this life's purpose only. This is the advice, you know. Yurin drop whosoever, which we have accompanied for long time, but at the end you have to separate. Bebe Dube, Northeshul Dulu. With a great effort, even giving up, sacrificing your day and night, you have accumulated some wealth, money, house, I don't know what, gold, silver, whatever. There is no choice. You have to leave all those things, even though you don't want. You have to leave behind. It's very clear, isn't it? Not only that, even this physical body, which we have been taking care so much, even a mosquito bite, you become angry of it and you kill the mosquito for the sake of this body, right? But at the end, the stranger, the mind, will leave this physical guest house, like a hotel room. We have to leave behind. No choice. No one will ask you would like to leave or not. Without wanting it, you have to leave. As Shantideva has said, even if you are surrounded by all your relatives, all your friends, surrounded by thousands of doctors, thousands of physicians, you know, when you are dying, surrounded, and the pain of death, pain or whatever you experience while you are dying, the experience of death, whether it's a pleasurable or whether it's a painful, there's nothing that you can share with any one of them, or none of them can take, buy, or save you from it. You have to leave. So that's why Yurin drop and Zashe also done Bebe Dube Nurse Shudulu, lui can drunk and I'm sure drunk paper send the lotan in. Then 강당 존나 도숨 폐규신 토섬 건배차와 냠귤라 잠당 인지 매버 규르제베 종gen 봉와 게셀라레닌 is the avoid those negative companies. Then after that 강식 땐나 예버 세규신 연들이 양은 다터 폐규르베 시행인 담바랑기 류에경 세버진 바게셀라레닌. That is the to accompany with a positive or good companies. Right? Yeah. Then after that, Rayang Kurwet Jingshindu, Jigen Hai Sushi Kyoberni. They should come like Kemna Milue, Uncho Kem to Gesalalani is encouraging or advising you to choose the right refuge object. Right? Then Shindu Sögen and Song Dungalam, Dibele Gidrebu to Vesum. They should song about Yan Dibele, Namia Mijagasalanin. And the advice of Buddha, advice of those who refuge object, especially the Buddha, has taught in his teachings what? If you do to the short-sighted, to the small, smaller-minded person, those who don't want to go to, don't want the rebirth in lower three realms, then avoid that. To avoid that, you cannot avoid just by wanting it. You have to avoid the cause of it. That is the advice. You see, so I have memorized this. So anytime, anywhere, even in a car, even in a bus, anywhere, I can recite this, and I can little bit. I can remind myself from that, which is good. So same to you. If you have memorized that, like Om Mani Padme Hum, if you have memorized that, it has a great meaning. You can think again. Otherwise, you have to have a book, and then you have to have a glass and many things. So if you have memorized, you don't need. So that is very important, in my opinion. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cannot hear, Rinpoche. No voice.
Yesterday, the last Sunday, there was five stanzas. Today only four. Today only four stanzas. So you must memorize, okay?
For today also for
Four, okay. No. Namo Lokishwaraya, Kangi Chukan Rome, as you can do it, and a chicken the Lama Chula Chile, and what the Kosunko Chazam. Hendi Jun is oversang and Tamju and De La Nation of the Gasset and the Sebach. Taju to Singa, the Dashan Kuwait of the Ventus to the Yoga of the Nisanko Gasalone. Yangish on the Tetra, your day, Chalasam, and the technology of the Pum and Paper. You have the memory to name a vacation of the Guatan Bachelor is a competent Gasalane. Gasalane. Six last Sunday. Today is 4. Yes. I memorize. You look. How you made for 4 yesterday last time? How?
That time for
How?
First is precious human rebirth.
No.
Because on our book,
First is
number 1
prostration.
starts here.
Then is what do you call commitment. Then is 4, 5, 6. Yeah, like that. So Shanghan.
Yes.
Yeah, Shanghan, you must memorize. You are a young boy, okay?
Okay.
You must memorize. Yeah. And Sonam Zangpo, the translator of Korean, must memorize. And I mean, everyone should memorize, yes. Yeah. If you memorize, it's very easy for you. It's very easy for you. When you memorize, then you will know. Without memorizing, you will not understand the pleasure of having that in your heart. You know, if you memorize that you have in your heart, then you will understand the privilege or the benefit of it. Yeah.
Ngài nói là chúng ta nên học thuộc lòng và hy vọng là tất cả mọi người sẽ thuộc lòng và sẽ có một cái buổi để xem ai thuộc lòng tốt nhất.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Bean. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
I'm sure Mr. Lam will memorize.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you,
Thank you,
Thank
Rinpoche.
you.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you.
One thing. Last time, I have to cancel.
Okay.
Oh, last Sunday, there was 126. Today is what, 91 or something?
Today now 93 for 6.
93 for, yeah. Dissolute one into another. Dissolute one into another. At the end, one maybe.
Just one home.
Okay, bye-bye.
Xin chào.
Bye bye. 谢谢Rinpoche.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. 谢谢 Rinpoche.
Oh, yeah, I will tell you one story. You know, it was many years ago. There was one very, very great Khenpo.
Cái này à, Tăng con à?
He's like a Bodhisattva, really.
À,
Khenpo
Cảm
Kunga
ơn cô chưa?
Rinpoche.
Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk, you know,
Biết rồi con.
the one who built
Biết rồi à, con.
Institute in
Tasitade.
you listen to me, huh? Not Tashidele now. Yeah. There was one Khenpo called Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk who built the Dzongsa Institute in nearby here. And now it's Dzongsa Institute. It take care by Dzongsa Institute. But he came to Taiwan. He came to Taiwan 3 years ago. Came to Taiwan and he taught. Maybe Changu-sang, you know Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk.
Yes, you.
Yeah. So he taught the Lu Busa Shinlun, Bodhisattva Charya Awatra. He was teaching, I heard, in Taipei, Thailand, and all those places. And you know how wonderful. Just to hear, I'm not talking, I'm saying to him, but he really, for me, just to, even I understand or not, just to hearing his voice and having the opportunity to have a teaching, such a profound teaching is wonderful. But Taiwanese people, I heard there was around 50 to 60 people listening to his teaching. And then slowly it became 50 to 40, 40 to 30, 30 to 10, 10 to 5 or 6 only, or maybe 3 or 4, like that. He was teaching. Everybody was disappeared. And then Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk had he had this kind of a mission to build this great institute, Dzongsa Institute. How great! After all, it was built by maybe from other countries, but mainly by Taiwanese sponsor. But at that time, nobody was sponsoring him. So he was so desperate, and he said, I am a monk, I am a bhikshu. I don't ask for money, but for this mission, you please have. He was begging, but nobody really support him. But then I heard that the Dalai Lama came once. Dalai Lama came to Taiwan during I think it is the Li Danghui's time, the President Li Danghui's time, and Dalai Lama gave a great, I don't know what kind of teaching. He gave a teaching in Taoyuan football stadium. I don't know how many thousands of people were there around. And then Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk also went there to receive the teaching from Dalai Lama. So he was going down from like this. He's so humble. He doesn't look like a Khenpo or like High Lama. He don't sit on a golden throne. No, he's like, you can say, like he's just like, worse than an ordinary monk. But inside is like a Bodhisattva, So he went to see him like that, Dalai Lama, and Dalai Lama was receiving teaching from him. So when he was approaching to Dalai Lama, I don't know, I'm not sure what Dalai Lama do, but I heard Dalai Lama stood up or something like that and bowed to him like this. Then all those people in this stadium, all these Taiwanese people, was so shocked. Oh my God, Dalai Lama is so high. Now Dalai Lama prostrate to this guy must be much more greater than Dalai Lama. Then after that, so many people start to follow him, and this great institute was built. Yeah, it was like that. Maybe Changu-sang and some Taiwanese people, they know this story. Yeah. So you see, what a pity. What a pity. They don't see the quality, or they don't see the wisdom, or this. They don't see the compassion of Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk. They just want to see outlook, how Dalai Lama bow down. Then they think it's like a Buddha. They don't use their own intelligence, but they use others' intelligence, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to compare myself with Khenpo Kunga Wangchuk at all. Cannot, impossible. But the story I was telling you is like that. Yeah. This one is Gile Dao, my doctor from Korea. Because of him, my heart is still pumping. Yeah. Can you do like this, Gile Dao? Yeah. Yeah.
Ngài nói về cái ông bác sĩ người Hàn Quốc chữa tim cho ngài.
Yeah. Okay, then see you next Sunday. You know, yeah, we start to walk from yesterday with Gile Dawa, 9 kilometers yesterday and today. Is it enough?
rinpoche 주실라 감사합니다.
He cannot, maybe he cannot talk because he joins a Korean channel.
Oh, I see. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Directly to you.
Bye-bye.
Rinpoche,
Bye-bye.
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 Rinpoche, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Rinpoche, bye-bye.
Rinpoche.
Yeah, bye-bye.
rinpoche 감사합니다.
Yeah, 감사합니다. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Yeah.
감사합니다.